What exactly does noir mean? What makes a mystery noir? By the end of this video, you'll know how to recognize noir when you see it. And you'll also get my 3-point checklist, so you'll be able to analyze any book or movie and know quickly if you've got noir on your hands. To keep up with all the tropes and traps of genre fiction, be sure to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell so you don't miss anything. In case we haven't met yet, I'm Leah V. Smith, author of the new noir thriller, The Lumbermill, available from Black Rose Writing. Trying to define noir is notoriously difficult. One of the most common definitions of noir is that noir is difficult to define. The term noir is French and means black. It was coined by French critics of early American films of the genre and is retroactively applied to novels upon which the films were based. So books weren't originally noir until Hollywood made a bunch of movies based on them, which French critics called noir, and then everything having to do with it just kind of became noir. The French have a phrase for it. The bastards have a phrase for everything. And they're usually right. But we have to look further back to find the origins of true noir fiction, past the cynicism of post-occupation Paris and beyond the smoky, dim-lit sets of classical Hollywood, into an age when the world was just starting to become modern, when the soul-crushing capabilities of cities and modern technology were just beginning to be wrestled with. That's right, I'm talking about Dostoevsky. People with new ideas, people with the faintest capacity to say something new are extremely few in number. Extraordinarily so, in fact. Now, if you have never read Dostoevsky, I'm not here to try to convince you that you have to tear through 10,000 pages of some of the bleakest, most beautiful, harshest, and inspiring, loneliest, unexpectedly funny words ever put to paper. All you need to know is that his work is some of the first, if not the first, to explicitly wrestle with many of the issues that became pervasive in noir fiction. Deeply flawed protagonists that don't so much fall from grace as they roll into the gutter. A frank and at times grotesque investigation of the darkest parts of human nature, all wrapped up in the disguise of an adventure novel. Femme fatales are everywhere. Natasya Filipovna springs immediately to mind. But Dostoevsky's women are deeper, more complex, and more complete than many of their Hollywood counterparts, though no less fatale. What really makes Dostoevsky noir, other than the witty dialogue and the at times unbearable bleakness, is that we see characters wrestling with a modern noirscape. The dangerous new technology, the seedy underbelly of modern cities, and the degradation of classical values. These themes run deep in all noir, from Proto to Neo, from Crime and Punishment to Blade Runner. All those moments will be lost in time, like tears in rain. So what is noir? First, let's talk about what it isn't. It is not a broken lamp flickering in the darkness of a sweltering, seedy hotel room. It is not cigarette smoke rising behind Venetian blinds. It is not a rainy night on an abandoned corner, or a man in a trench coat with a fedora walking slowly away. It is not a tight dress or a red feather. It is not black and white, though often very gray. And it is not this sound. Killer diller. Those are all elements of classic noir and often show up in neo-noir. And while awesome, they do not define the genre any more than unicorns define fantasy or torn bodices define romance. What defines noir is all about character. Not the hard-boiled detective or the femme fatale necessarily, but the inner being of the protagonist and the supporting characters. The way they speak, the way they act, and just as importantly, the world that they live in, all reveal a philosophy of universal criminality. Everybody is capable of evil in noir. The only difference between you and a criminal is circumstance. Their morals, their code, it's a bad joke, dropped at the first sign of trouble. They're only as good as the world allows them to be. You'll see. I'll show you. When the chips are down, these civilized people, they'll eat each other. See, I'm not a monster. I'm just ahead of the curve. The Joker is so noir. And so is Batman when he's not wearing tights. Now, I promised you a foolproof 3-point system to help you determine for yourself if you've got noir on your hands. It won't come up! Number 1, noir always starts with a broken protagonist. And there is a reason we avoid calling the main character of noir fiction a hero. Frank Miller says, a noir hero is a knight in blood-caked armor. He's dirty, and he does his best to deny that he's the hero the whole time. Noir protagonists start from a very broken place. Sometimes they're heroes, sometimes they're anti-heroes, and sometimes they're just crappy people who know how to talk good. A lot of the time, even though they have a tragic past and are very rough around the edges, willing to use any means necessary to solve their problem, including, at times, extreme forms of violence. They're often driven by an inborn sense of nobility, if not right and wrong, necessarily. They're often very unstable, and they have one, if not several, undiagnosed mental problems. Many of them are addicts, even the ones who aren't chain smokers or alcoholics. They are a part of the blackness and grittiness of their noirscape, as much a product of it as they are a player. They cannot be analyzed outside of the world they inhabit, because it is the world that made them. The second way to tell if you're dealing with noir is, bleak as it may be, it doesn't beat you over the head with its bleakness. In fact, it tries to distract you from it, even as the characters try to distract themselves from their own hideous realities. Sometimes this is achieved through aesthetics, especially when we're talking about movies. Just make the backdrop so hauntingly beautiful that the audience can't look away. This effect can be achieved through prose, but it's less common. More often, both in books and in movies, the distraction is humor. Think of soldiers at war, men and women who are essentially trapped in what can only be defined as terrifying and depressing circumstances. And yet the ones who make it through the best are those who are able to crack jokes, the ones who give each other a hard time and create a sense of normalcy out of a potentially crushing situation. This is exactly what noir characters do. They're trapped in crushing, depressing, bleak, horrible circumstances. And they use it for humor. And sometimes the protagonist ends up being just so damn witty that you can't help but root for him. You always have a very smooth explanation ready. What do you want me to do? Learn to stutter? The third and final thing that defines noir is unhappy endings. This isn't a rule, and it is slightly less common in neo-noir than in classic and proto-noir, but things usually don't tie up in a neat little bow for the protagonist. And that has a lot to do with the fact that noir, especially as a film genre, began in part as a social critique. It played on all the naughty things that normal people wish that they could do, like blackmailing some rich bastard who has it coming, or cheating on your spouse with the hot young thing, or stealing money from an evil organization, or killing a murderer. Noir fiction allows for a vicarious relief of criminal impulses, which virtually all human beings share. But then it also serves as a morality play, showing what the consequences are of acting on your antisocial impulses. Noir preaches that everybody has the potential for evil. There are no exceptions. We all are a few bad decisions away from ending up in prison or sleeping with the fishes. So watch yourself. That's all there is to it. Now you've got the lowdown on how to identify noir, whether you see it, read it, or just get a hunch about it. If you want to learn more about this swell genre, head down to the description and click the link to download the ultimate list of noir essential reading and watching. You'll also get a sneak preview of the first 3 chapters of my book, The Lumbermill, available on Amazon, Audible, Barnes & Noble, all that jazz. All right, kittens, it's time for this butter and egg fly to take a powder. If you like this video, hit that button and be sure to subscribe and share it with your friends. Later, gators.